Every journey in this program has been leading here to the capstone. Think of it not as the end, but as the beginning of your entrepreneurial reality. The capstone is designed to take everything you've learned about problem identification, solution design, market sizing, traction building, and fundraising and put it into practice. This is your opportunity to simulate the most high stakes moment every founder faces: pitching to investors. But unlike practice exercises, this is designed to mirror the real world. The capstone forces you to synthesize, to integrate, and to demonstrate not just knowledge, but judgment. It bridges the gap between classroom and boardroom. More than a test, it's a launch pad. The capstone matters because it brings together three essential dimensions of startup success. First, it's about skills integration. You've learned to shape an idea into a minimum viable product, to outline go to market strategies, and to master the fundamentals of fundraising. The capstone pulls these threads together into one coherent fabric. It shows that we can not only learn in isolation, but apply holistically. Second, it's a real world simulation. Nothing in entrepreneurship is as pivotal as the investor pitch. The capstone recreates that environment, complete with the expectations, skepticism, and opportunities you will face in reality. It's a safe space to practice, but with the authenticity of the real world. Third, it's a critical thinking test. Investors care less about rehearsed lines and more about your ability to think strategically under pressure. Can you adapt? Can you handle tough questions? Can you persuade with clarity? The capstone measures all of this. In short, the capstone isn't a formality. It's your dress rehearsal for the entrepreneurial stage you're about to step onto. Every effective pitch shares a structure that mirrors the way investors think. Start with the problem. This is where you must clearly articulate the pain point you are solving. It must feel relatable, urgent, and significant enough to warrant attention. The stronger the problem framing, the more inevitable your solution feels. Next, present the solution. Explain your product in clear terms, avoiding jargon. Show why your approach is better than existing alternatives. Emphasize differentiation, not just what you do, but why you do it better. Third, define the market. Demonstrate market size, growth potential, and why the timing is right. Investors don't just invest in products, they invest in markets. Show them that your pond is large enough and that you have the fishing rod to catch real opportunity. Fourth, highlight traction. Nothing speaks louder than evidence. Show metrics, validation signals, and customer demand. Even small signals of traction, like pilots, partnerships, or testimonials, prove that the world is responding. Finally, introduce your team and ask. Investors invest in people first, ideas second. Show why your team is uniquely equipped to win. Then make your fundraising ask specific. How much are you raising? What milestones will this capital unlock? What will investors get in return? A structured pitch isn't about formality, it's about clarity. Investors should walk away knowing exactly what problem you're solving, why your solution wins, how big the opportunity is, and why you are the team to back. Delivery is just as important as content. A weak delivery can undermine even the best idea. First, keep it concise. 10 to 12 minutes is the sweet spot. Respect investors' time. A concise pitch signals that you know how to prioritize what matters most. Second, emphasize visuals. Use images, charts, and diagrams to tell the story. Walls of text bore investors. Visual storytelling sticks in the mind, creates emotional connections, and simplifies complexity. Third, craft a narrative. Every great pitch is a story. The problem introduces tension. The solution delivers resolution. The market and traction show that the story has momentum. And the ask sets up the next chapter. Don't just present slides, tell a compelling story. Fourth, master the Q&A. Anticipate the toughest questions about competition, scalability, risks, and financials. Practice answers until they feel natural. The way you handle Q&A often matters more than the pitch itself because it reveals how you think under fire. Finally, practice until the delivery flows naturally, but always stay flexible. A pitch is a performance, but it must never feel scripted. Adapt to the room, respond to the energy, show that you're not just pitching, you're conversing. Investors aren't buying a slideshow, they're buying confidence in your ability to lead. Delivery is where that confidence is won or lost. Investors and your evaluators in this capstone will judge your pitch using four primary criteria. The first is problem solution clarity. Do you articulate the problem clearly? Do you show convincingly why your solution addresses it effectively? Is this as vague? The entire pitch crumbles. The second is traction evidence. Do you have real signals that customers care? Validation, metrics, and proof points carry more weight than hypothetical projections. Even modest traction speaks volumes about feasibility. The third is business acumen. Do you understand your key metrics? Can you talk intelligently about runway, growth strategies, unit economics, and competitive positioning? Investors want to know you're not just a visionary, but also a disciplined operator. The fourth is team and vision. Do you convey that your team has the expertise, grit, and alignment to execute? Do you articulate a vision that is bold enough to attract talent, inspire customers, and keep investors excited? Remember this golden rule: investors invest in people first, then ideas. Your story, your passion, and your credibility are just as important as your market slides. Evaluation is not about perfection, it's about showing clarity, traction, acumen, and vision in ways that inspire confidence. The capstone is not the finish line, it's the starting block for your entrepreneurial path. First, it helps you build confidence, standing in front of investors, telling your story, and handling questions under pressure develops poise that carries into real world fundraising. Second, you receive feedback. Peers, mentors, and evaluators will provide structured insights on your model, your delivery, and your strategy. This feedback sharpens your edge. Third, you perfect your story. Every founder iterates on their pitch. The capstone is your laboratory to refine messaging, clarify your ask, and strengthen your positioning. Finally, you become launch ready. The capstone is a simulation, but it is designed to prepare you for reality. By the time you're done, you'll not only have knowledge, you'll have practiced application. You'll step out of the classroom and into the market with the confidence and readiness to build, pitch, and scale. The capstone isn't just another assignment, it's your transformation moment from student to entrepreneur. This capstone is your chance to prove to yourself and to others that you can turn learning into action. It is where ideas become pitches, where frameworks become strategies, and where ambition becomes clarity. By integrating skills, simulating real world pitches, and testing your critical thinking under pressure, you take the final step in preparing to be an entrepreneur. The structure of your pitch gives you the blueprint. The delivery strategies give you the performance edge. The evaluation criteria give you the benchmarks. And the capstone journey itself gives you the confidence to move from practice to reality. The final takeaway is this: the capstone is not about slides or scores, it's about transformation. It's about walking out of this program not just with knowledge, but with the confidence, clarity, and conviction to stand in front of investors and say, here's my vision, here's why it matters, and here's why I'm the one to build it. This is your launchpad. Step onto it boldly,